Welcome back to the Daily BS. My name is Doug Larson. You can find us at barbellshrugged.com. I got a question today asking about butt winking, which basically means that you're rounding your back at the very bottom of your squat. So if I'm squatting down, I'm good up here, but then as I go down, eventually towards the bottom, I round out a little bit and I do this little butt wink, and then I usually get that extension back as I raise back to the top of the movement. So what they're asking is why is that butt wink happening, and what can I do to fix that issue? What I'm going to suggest is that probably the two most common things that cause your technique to break down and cause you to butt wink at the bottom of that movement is a lack of hip or ankle mobility. So if I have a lack of hip mobility and my ankle doesn't bend, I can't push my knees forward, and as my butt goes back towards the bottom of the squat, I'm going to have to, in order to go super low, I'm going to have to eventually push my knees forward to get to the bottom without winking here. So if I can only bend my ankle this far, then eventually I'm gonna round my back if I try to go any lower, just from a balance standpoint. People that don't round their back, they get down and then they end up tipping over and falling over backwards, or their knees dive in. So what you want to do is make sure that you have adequate ankle mobility. I'm just doing some basic ankle stretches, go a long way. Just putting your foot up against some type of doorway and holding it for a couple minutes is a good place to start. The other thing is having a lack of hip mobility, which is very similar. As I go down, I'm in my squat, as I go down, if my hip gets to end range and I can't go any further into hip flexion, then I'm going to start to compensate and I'm going to start to round my back in place of my hip. So if I can get more hip range of motion by doing stretches similar to this, where I have a neutral spine, I'm getting all hip range of motion, then I'll be more likely to be able to get into a good squat position, nice and low, where I'm getting all the range of motion at the right joints, i.e. at my ankle and my hip, and I'm not compensating and getting low back flexion deep into that movement. So work on your hip range of motion, work on your ankle range of motion, and you'll be less likely to butt wink in the future. If you have any more questions, you can go to barbellshrugged.com, click the Ask a Question tab at the top of the page, and we can help you out.
If you like this video or any of our other videos, make sure to share it on your Facebook wall by clicking share, and then the Facebook icon, and then also like it. Thanks, Shrug Thugs.